Welcome back. Let's take these glasses off because eye contact is important. Welcome, everyone. I have a discussion for you today. There is something I wanted to share with you that is on my heart today, and I hope that will give you some insight on topics that we talk about here often, and will give you a perspective. Man, it is so hot today. I swear it's hot as in hell. Hello, Steven. Hello, everyone who will join later, who will watch the replay. Please put hashtag replay when you're watching. Um, I'm gonna open the door because Lord knows it's way, way too much that we are ready to take. Yeah, I know it's 90s and it doesn't feel good. But that's not the topic of today. Today's topic, my dear friends, is main downside of quote-unquote Russian culture. By Russian culture, I'm going to generalize everybody from post-USSR, all the Russian speakers from multiple republics. The main downside of our culture. I believe I've done this video before, but I have to do this again. I just have to do this again, and I want you to understand this to the best of your ability. So the topic of today's video is the main downsides of Russian culture, or when your own people fail you, when your own people set you up, when your own people stood you up, and all of that. I truly try to bring you the best insight on my channel about our culture, and of course you cannot generalize everybody, so please understand. Hopefully this does not apply to anybody. It does not apply to everybody, and hope this does not apply to anybody that you know. You have to understand every culture, every nationality have a feature, but it doesn't define every single citizen. In fact, a lot of people are the opposite of that. But I just want you to understand how sometimes our culture holds us back from doing anything we want, anything we dream, and how cruel it really could be. I think if there was a perfect world, it would be somewhere in between, not as rude, which we're gonna talk about, and obnoxious sometimes as some of our Slavic culture is, but not as sugary sweet as American. I think the golden lies somewhere in between. But regardless, so what do you guys think it is? Hello, Elizabeth, Stephen again. Hi. So nice to have you here. I hope you are doing well, and I hadn't heard any updates from you lately. I hope things are going well. Hello, Leo. Thank you. You are really sweet. Thank you so much. And Elizabeth, thank you. Yes. So, what do you guys think it is? I know it's kind of hard to answer, but I'm going to tell you what it is. The main downside of our culture, to my personal opinion, is the crabs in a bucket syndrome. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be a storm. The main downside of our culture, it's crabs in a bucket syndrome or symptom. I don't know how else to say it. When you are trying to climb out, when you're trying to do something with your life, when you are trying to evolve past your upbringing, past your parents, past your something, some things that you are given with birth, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna live and die there. So when you try to do, let's say for example, you're born, you speak Russian or Ukrainian or both, And then you start studying English in school or French in school, and then maybe you evolve and you work for I don't know, international company. You are looking for something to evolve, past your parents. You're taking the risks, you put yourself, and sometimes you look absolutely foolish. Sometimes you try to do something, and when you start, you always look amateur. You make mistakes in the way you speak with an accent, so on and so forth. And there are going to be people, maybe let's say American or European or any other nationalities, that would say, oh, you're doing great, this is awesome, even though you speak with multiple mistakes and they can barely understand you, but they understand the effort that's your second or third or whatever language. And there is always this group of people that come from your own culture, from your own country. They're gonna come on your channel, or come on with other people, and they're gonna beat the life out of you. Lately, because we have internet, it happens on internet, right? The only people that ever came to my channel in general and were slashing, I don't know, I forgot that word. We're just smacking, try to hurt things that I'm personally doing. For example, there's a Russian people from somewhere, or Ukrainian from some deep village, that do not speak neither of languages, never leave their home. They wish that they could live and do something, but they don't. So they watch internet live streams all day. They're looking at the lives they cannot have, and they have the audacity to come. I'm not talking about myself, by the way. I'm giving myself an example, but I'll tell you later why I'm making this video. But and by the way, it's my channel, so I can talk whatever the hell I want to talk about. Just a side note. So these are the only people, that would come and say, oh my god, your accent is horrible, you achieved nothing in 9 years or however you long in US. And these people are literally living on fraction of on what an average person makes here, and probably living with their parents, and probably not traveled, not seen anything, and they just dare to my son's friend. Oh, they just dare to come and 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 do these things. But there is one thing: when you have confidence and you've been doing this for a while, and you really do not care, you know you have your confidence, you're thinking to yourself, whatever, because you're just gonna do like this. I laugh sometimes when this happens. It doesn't happen that often anymore, but think about those people who are just starting out. Think about those people who are just learning how to walk, that maybe come to United States, trying to open a vlog, trying to do something. And this kid is bored out of his mind. Poor thing. Oh, it's all right. Anyway, I understand it's sometimes it's hard, but think about those people who are new and they're trying to do something, and then somebody like this comes and attacks them. Or even worse, when a person wants to open, sorry guys, it's really hot in here and I don't have my purse, but imagine somebody, even worse, when somebody wants thinking, what, I want to open a little business, or I want to open a little shop, or I want to start teaching Russian, or I want to open an online store, right? All these things, and they do not do it only because they know they're gonna get slaughtered by their own people. They're gonna get hurt, they're gonna get criticized. Oh, you're short, oh, you're fat, oh, look at your nose, oh my god, look at that nasty accent, what, are you from the village? And this is just This is such a major problem. I want you guys to understand. This is not just some like internet trolling. This is a true problem of our society. They would bully you, and if you dare, if you've been married before and you have a child, and for example maybe you were not married and you had a child, and and you want to get married again, or you are married again, or you are engaged, or you have a nice man now, or you dared even to think that you deserve, you know that you're a person of value, and you deserving another chance. Oh my god, I had, some women would actually block you just because if you went through a divorce or through a loss or through something like that. Some women would actually block you because you are not sitting there in tears, in a stained robe with big holes from oil. I mean, from with big moss holes, and like with oil stains. Some women would literally like, it's over for you, like some, like let's say you went through some loss or divorce or breakup, or things did not work out, and you're not 20 years old, you're a little bit older or more mature, and you as a woman, you dare to have another another chance, another life. If you dare to do something you truly want and you're doing it, and you're not trying to drag anybody, you just literally doing your thing. um if you only share, and some of you guys who are engaged to Russian Ukrainian ladies, sometimes you wonder why they don't share a lot of things with their friends. So listen to this why. So if you start sharing with them, with your friends, even with your mother, sometimes I hate to say this, she would say, what, you're 30 years old, it's over, or you're 25, or you're 35, or you're 45. Like they would find the reason why it's over for you. Oh no, in these two children, you want to get married, you think you want to live in America, you think that the man with money want you. Just because some people were not capable of creating something of their life, something that they wanted, they take all of this frustration on you, and they're gonna attack you, just even if you try. And I'm not saying if you're successful, if you're successful and you get things and you're laughing and you're enjoying your life, and you get gifts and flowers, and God forbid you have a man who appreciates you, God forbid you have a man who adores you, who takes care of you, who takes care of you better than the one you were crying over some time ago, God forbid. Oh, well, he's old, or, well, you just get lucky. Nobody, well, nobody else wanted him, so yeah. I mean, guys, it's not easy to tell you the truth, but this is, of course, it doesn't apply to everybody, right? It doesn't apply to everybody, and it's really hard to say these things about your own culture, trust me. Yeah, but again, that's just a category of people, but it's pretty dominant. And I have friends who have YouTube channels in Russian. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to open another Russian channel. I didn't want my family get attacked. I try to keep my private life private as much as possible. Of course, it's hard, but some of the most amazing moments of my life I keep private, just because we all humans, and we need to have a little bit of things for ourselves without the validation of others. But I actually, yes, I closed some of the accounts which showed some family pictures, and because it's just like, you just don't know. But I have some people who have YouTube channels, and oh my god, I do understand that it's easier online to be so negative, but I want to reassure you that is not only online. And people have the audacity to come and tell terrible things to the persons that just trying to do something. Well, I'm sorry if they are not as pretty as you want them to be. I'm sorry if they are not your cup of tea. So go and find yours. What is that in our culture that brings people joy to tear others down? And especially if you're trying to do something internationally and other people recognize you. Thank you, James. Is it James? Oh, thank you, James. No, 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 my dear friend. This is actually not in particular. It didn't necessarily. Okay, I can share with you a little bit what happened, but it's interesting because once in a while I do share downsides in what's going on. Nothing bad happened to me, but thank you so much. I appreciate, support for my people. That is so sweet of you, James. Thank you so much for being a supporter. By the way, announcement, if you are my channel member or you are on my Patreon, please join tomorrow the Zoom call. It's been so long since we talked, and I want you guys to talk. I'm just gonna put my camera on or off. I mean, probably on so I can see you all, but I want you guys to share what's going on. I want to be able to see your faces and know what's going on. It's a 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I put all the information you will find on Patreon on my first post. And I think that's like the best thing about Patreon, that we can have these conversations. Also, I will post it in member area for my YouTube members. Please join tomorrow if you have a chance. Join. If not, if you guys don't mind, I will record at least part of our conversation. It's nothing, it's just for Patreons and for our club. So if you missed it, you can just watch later and see. Maybe you can join next time. But yes, thank you, James, so very much. I appreciate your support. It's really sweet of you. I feel that masculine protection. Hey, don't cry, don't go there. And I am not. I'm actually feeling empathetic to one of my friends who you guys have met briefly. She joined a couple of my videos last week, but she decided to stick with. Her name is Marina, and you guys know her. I don't think it's a secret. We all can use a little bit of support, so she decided to start doing her channel first in Russian, because in Russian she can be fluent, she can speak, and she really can share a lot of things for those people who are interested in this kind of lifestyle and circumstance. And so she has been amazing, posting content and doing all of these things, and it just never fails. You come, you take your time, from doing all the responsibilities throughout the day, from making everything happen for everyone. You want to share, you bring something positive. This is a downside of our culture. Honestly, this is a part I don't miss. So you do your best. You're coming out, you share, you learn new skills, and you just want to share. If you don't like somebody, just keep going. And so I just felt so outraged, so angry. But I'm just so proud of her. She has a very strong core. And you guys heard her speaking in English, which is very, very difficult still. But her Russian is amazing, of course. It's her native language, and she is right. Mm-hmm. Yes, James. And she just really positive person, sharing. The point of her channel is to tell other ladies who are in her situation, maybe have been in the past, and kind of thinking, maybe there is another chance, maybe there is something else. Because she shared, we talked before on my channel, I believe, yes, and she shared, she was married to a guy who was heavily into alcohol. Her life pretty much would be a wrap right now. right? But she had a dream. She always wanted to have a big family, and she had a dream. Everybody has a different dream. Some people want to travel, some people want a small family, some people want children, some people, like, we all have different dreams, but this was her main dream, and she is living her dream. Are things perfect? No. Does she have everything she wants? No. Is she creating a content for people to entertain and to inspire them to help to make a decision? Yes, because all of us who some time ago took a decision to change our life, you think we did not have doubts? Or do you guys think we didn't have that, that butterflies in our stomach? I'm really glad that I wasn't thinking what in the world I'm doing. I'm really glad that I didn't have second thoughts or try to, check or look how bad things are, because sometimes you need to jump off the cliff. But imagine those people who are, thinking about it, and then they have this mother, you know, oh, all women supposed to suffer, or like at your age, and it doesn't really matter. You can be 25, you can be 35, you can be 45, you can be 55, not to mention 65, so no matter, it's always your age, your appearance. Like, it's just absolutely crazy how much our own culture would beat the life out of us. So guys, when you see our beautiful pictures somewhere, doing something, and you think, man, they must be narcissist. In this lifetime, none of us is going to become a narcissist, because the amount of beating down and putting down and tearing us apart when we were growing up, and even to this day, is created such a huge, contradiction. I mean, not contradiction, but if you take the weights, it's so heavy. So in this lifetime, none of us is going to become, a narcissist or a self-obsessed. It's just, that is just such a major problem. And God forbid, if you have friends, you don't need to have enemies. I hate to say this, but we need to readjust, like re-elect our friends every year, because some of our friends will evolve with us, or they will evolve in their own lives, and we have great connections and all. But some of our friends, how some people, they still live and think about how popular they were in high school, how much more cuter they were, more popular, even though right now they are 37 and living with their mom and have no life. So sometimes you just have to really let go of this cheater chatter. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I grew up in a neighborhood. Anyone who wanted out was picked on. Yes. Because they thought they were better than others. I understand you. Yes, yes. If you want something better, you better keep your mouth shut, because you're gonna be torn into pieces, into shreds. And honestly, I've noticed this in United States. It's, of course, it's human nature, it also happens, but there is particular, I'm not gonna go into this, but there are particular communities in the United States that have very similar mentality. When something is climbing out, he's a sellout. Well, I guess it's not going to be a secret now when I say he's Uncle Tom, he's, whatever. So if you try to climb out, if you try to dissociate yourself with some parts of the culture that you do not really appreciate, you are a sellout. And it's, again, the crabs in the bucket. Go right back. We do not want to elevate. We don't want to learn new skills. We don't want to try something ourselves. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hide, preferably on the internet. We're gonna have a blank picture, and we're gonna just slaughter you. And we're also gonna do that about things that you cannot change. I have respect for people that become loved and appreciated, who never touched their appearance. and I'm talking about ladies right now, I am really proud of those women who were able to become magnetic and beautiful and inspiring, in loving, caring, etc., and who have appreciation and recognition. They never had to go under knife and do 300,000 of lifts, operations, and whatever. I wonder at which point people would understand that we all have the right to be the way we were meant to be. God created us the way we are for a reason. Yes, you can always improve, but someone else's improvement is none of your business. People spend so much time observing somebody else, how somebody is, somebody is not this and not that, and they're not cool enough, and they don't have enough. What in the world? I'm done. I just want you to know, guys, that I can't wait to I know you've been writing some incredible comments, so I want to read them. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to read them before they disappear. But gossip, jealousy, and behind the back talk tops off the criticism, crabs in the bucket. So just watch out, and thank you so much. Of course, I went through that the same. Everybody goes the same. That's why I don't really. I have a few people that I share, happy things with. Very, very few. Maybe like on one hand. Because people who truly love you, they're happy for all of your success, and they know you're not perfect, but they know you're trying to do something positive. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Mark. Says great topic. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, Mark, our culture has downsides too, and again, that is only a category of people. They are not all like that, of course. Elizabeth says, from what I've seen of Russian culture, the women seem to get jealous of other women doing too well and become nasty toward each other instead of raising each other up. I know, it's just, it's so interesting. I feel like when you're a confident woman, when you are inspired, you're inspired by other women. It is so, and this is, what my friend Marina was trying to do. She wants to inspire other women who wants to have quiet, stable life and normal family. She said right away, that is just very normal, very regular. But for many women, that is a dream, to come home and know your husband comes home, he takes care of things, and so on and so forth. And I told her today, well, guess what? You are, with all of your terrible imperfections, still got the life you wanted. You're not sitting there in a comment, I put like terrible imperfections, quote unquote. It's like, yeah, you're so terrible, but you're still living the life of your dreams. How about that? But that is a topic I talk about this once in a while. I just want you to know that not everything is so except perfect. And I don't know, I wonder if this comes from communism, where everybody, you know what? It very well could be, because in communist time, individuality was judged. If you are individual, you would be judged. You will be humiliated. You would be hurt. You should be so. In communism, everybody should be equal. Nobody should stand out. If your opinion differs, you're in a big trouble. And basically, if you stand out for any reason, you're gonna be punished this way or another. So I wonder if that somewhat comes from that times. I really don't know, but I sure do not appreciate that. It's really embarrassing too. It's like you see somebody struggling, trying to do something. Does it make you stronger if you just come and tear them apart? Try to tear somebody who is better than you. How about that? Try to tear somebody who is way up there, way stronger than you, and we're gonna watch. No, you have to find somebody who is new, who is working on their confidence, who is trying to do something, and you have to come and put your poison and just like tears them apart. Thank you. Thank you, Lance. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. Such a positive, beautiful spirit. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I believe in my channel, you know, most people have very positive, upbeat attitude. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, guys. You'd be like, oh, you know, she's talking about this delusional stuff. It's not delusional. It's pretty much our reality. So that's why we have this saying in Russia and Ukraine and Slavic countries that happiness, like peace, like quietness. You know how many times I have something exciting and sometimes I share, oops, but most times I do not share. And I think you should keep a lot of your life private. I totally agree. But sometimes you want to share more and you just can't. You just feel that we really grew up in this mentality that happiness like quiet, like peace and quiet. So God knows. Yeah, non-binary. Yes, we like non-binary over here, Elizabeth. Yes, I was joking with you yesterday that I'm non-binary when it comes to do dishes. I'm non-binary one way when it comes to doing dishes. I'm non-binary the other way when it comes to pay the bills. Anyway, guys, I just wish you, when you're looking for a wife or for a friend, make sure that she does not criticize a lot of people, especially those people who are vulnerable. Those people, yeah. If she criticizes politicians and their name starts with J or B, that's okay. But if she criticizes and goes hard on just regular people that just trying to make something happen, that's not okay. It's very, very important, guys, to look at the woman's personality, because she bites others. If she gonna be with you, she's like this, she going to bite you. She going to bite you. Thank you. Yes, I love rain. It's the best, especially when you're in the car or inside somewhere. It's been so extremely hot, so I'm not surprised. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you all. You're so sweet. Now with the rain, your voice sounds like ASMR. I know, it's interesting. I have been thinking about doing ASMR, like some affirmation and meditation for people, because I can, as all of us, I sometimes get very anxious, and I always find the right words in the right moments to calm myself down. So, and I feel, oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh my God, I love this. And I often feel that people do not get enough of love and recognition. James says, please do ASMR. It's a little bit on a level of my, it's definitely beyond the level of my comfort zone. Plus guys, again, this is this kind of culture that you're gonna do something different and people gonna beat the life out of you and criticize you. You don't have the right mic. Oh, look, she's looking for attention. Oh, she's trying to create sexual attraction. Like, I can already hear that, you know, like I haven't even done it. So I just want to tell you that all of us, we are traumatized, but of course, all of us are now, we grew up past that and we have a lot more confidence, but those voices are still there. But thank you guys. So who is subbing to my ASMR channel if I started? I really think that we have huge deficit of love, huge deficit of encouragement, of support. I personally absolutely love meditation and ASMR. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Steven. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate that. I appreciate that nice super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I may need some extra umbrellas over here. James is saying I'm creating a fan channel for Veronica ASMR. Yeah, well, let me start it first. I don't even know, what kind of equipment you need and all of that, but I actually would absolutely love to create also like my own inspirational, encouraging, just like sweet, kind talk. Because guys, you know what is the problem? When somebody criticizes you and programs you like this, then what happens? You start to talk with yourself that way. That is, I think, the major problem is, especially when it happens when you're a child. You think you are a perfect being, you're happy, you're excited, and then your parents start to tell you, well, look at Johnny, or, look at Masha, or look at somebody else, and you becoming, my fingers are wrong, my ears are wrong, my nose is not the right shape, my lips is, and so it's just like, a lot of people are getting joy from hurting others, and that is very unfortunate. Yes, the rain is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. But thank you guys, thank you. Okay, let me read some of your comments. Yes, it was. Elizabeth, this is not about the trolls. I'm trying to explain you guys that this is our mentality. The trolls is just a reflection. I'm just trying to tell you that the trolls are reflecting real issues, and you have to understand that maybe you need to support your lady, your friend, and tell her that she doesn't have to be perfect to do something. So in our culture, unless you're absolutely perfect, to their opinion, you're not saying. So I'm just sharing, this was just an inspiration for this, and I want to support my friend, and I'm just outraged at this. But she is smart and wise. She is not buying into none of that stuff. She understands that people are jealous, otherwise they wouldn't be writing that. Hello, Milton. Anthony says nothing cheap. That's right. I don't know what it is, but I'm saying yes, that's right. So let me read some more comments. Yes, a lot about jealousy. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I just started watching and listening to you. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Almond Autumn. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I see some more comments. It's a proper moderator. Yes, I'm proud of anybody who's tried to better their lives. They're a great influence for the next generation. Exactly. It doesn't matter what you do. You don't have to be perfect. You know how many people are not starting their book, their channel, their hobby, their little business, their big business, because they just imagine how their family and friends going to look down on them and criticize them. Like it's your own people. Not to mention trolls on the internet or trolls from your own culture. I told you guys I was laughing so hard. Somebody came to my channel too, maybe like 2-3 months ago, when I made the video with Galina Smith, because she has a Russian channel. And people were just like slaughtering everything I'm doing, that I'll never get subscribers, nobody ever will like buy my service, that you know that you can't even speak English with a horrible accent. You know, it's like, but imagine when this comes to the person that is not so sure of themselves, they're just starting out. So I just want to tell you that if your lady keeps things private, a lot of times she has a reason for it, because she doesn't want other people in her business. And before you spread around information about your relationship, about everything, please ask her. She may be getting very uncomfortable with you giving out too much of her private information. Please understand that too. You know, that's why, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's why on my channel and on this platform, you know, I'm so excited to start doing membership. By the way, welcome my 3 members. I have 3 members who signed for channel membership. If you would like to support channel, it's just like a monthly membership that starts I think at the price of like a cup of coffee. But you can just be a channel supporter and your comments stand out and you just know that you are supporting. If you enjoy it, of course, it's for everyone who just want to be more involved. So if you'd like to do that, there is a join button on Android phone, on laptop, and on computer, but not on an iPad or iPhone. It's next to subscribe buttons. There is a join button. So if you'd like to be a member, you're welcome, and you're welcome to join. And I will post tomorrow, or even tonight or tomorrow morning, I will post a link to our Zoom meeting tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, you know, and that is again, when we want to share some vulnerable things, when sometimes I want to share something personal, I'm really considering you know, doing most of it off YouTube, because you know, it's not very pleasant to be a target for a troll. I think you guys would agree with me. It's not lots of fun to be a target for some trolls. So yeah, my window was open, one of my windows. I love rain. By the way, I was kind of doubting, should I go home and do a live? I love doing lives in the car. And again, some people, guys, listen, trolls, she must not have a home. She lives in the car. You know, without realizing that maybe living in the car is awesome too. Imagine how free those people who live in the car or who have a nomad lifestyle, who travel around the world, they may be happier than you. So, of course, I do understand that these types of people happened in every culture. Of course, we also have trolls from all over the globe. But unfortunately, guys, still we have the Soviet mentality of crabs. Like bucket crab? No, how do you say this? Crab in the bucket. So the crab is trying to climb out and everybody like, we're not gonna climb out, but we're gonna put you down. You know, one thing I've noticed, that all these people who criticize your appearance, your language, your name, whatever you do, whatever lifestyle you have, they seem to never have a name, a picture, or anything about them. I bet it's I bet that is because their life is absolutely perfect. Their life must be absolute ideal dream of everybody. Or maybe it's because they have nothing to show for, and that's why they focus on somebody else. So I hope this video, guys, was useful for you, and I hope you understand once again why we like to keep our things private. I literally feel so uncomfortable unless I'm ready to share a news or I want to share some things. I feel extremely uncomfortable when somebody, you know, share pictures of me, you know, in my personal time, in my private time. I think that we're still entitled to our privacy, and we should decide what parts of life we are willing to share and what parts of life we want to keep private. And if you're dating a lady and you already maybe doing your K1 visa or you know, you're getting married, understand, if she doesn't scream about it on social media, it doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. Yes, of course, some ladies could have some bad intentions, but you know who to reach. You can reach out to me and ask a question if you have. But a lot of us, like, I'm gonna make a simple example. On Facebook, I have maybe 1% of everything that's going on in my actual life, and so as my friends, my close friends. You know, we share with each other. We share about our relationships, about our plans, but it's a very, very small, tiny group of plans. Once in a while, yes, you want to shine, you may want to make an announcement, but overall, privacy is a wonderful thing, and you have to remember that in certain aspects, when you feel vulnerable with the wrong people, you truly becoming a target. People will go as far as reaching out to your significant other and telling them things that you wouldn't even come up with. It's actually happened to my other friend or acquaintance that I know that has a channel on YouTube. Somebody just reached out to her significant other and gave them all kinds of nonsense. Think about that. And if it happens to you guys, if somebody reach out and tell you something about your woman, your fiance, think about, who do you trust? Do you trust the woman that spends her time with you and you know personally, or do you trust somebody who is desperate and doesn't know what to do with their time? I hope you know the answer. But let me read some more comments. Oh, wow. Almost autumn. Oh, guys, could somebody drop my email, consultveronica@gmail.com. For my new subscribers, if you want to share something, you can go to consultveronica@gmail.com. I'll post it under the video once it's over. Yeah, James, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to keep up this look if I would no home. But yes, I agree. Yeah, probably. He says the most glamorous, yes, with no home. Yeah, it would be a little bit challenging, but yes. You know, people just say all kinds of things. Yeah, you know, they are cyber bullies, but guys, once again, I want to tell you something. It's not just what came with the internet, it's part of our culture. Somebody does better than you. Or dares to even think that they can do something, you have to put them down. You have to destroy their dream in front of them. You have to tear it down, and if you didn't, you're not a responsible citizen. I don't know. I really thrive from encouraging people. It makes me so happy to see that people can just turn their life around, you know, put a switch button and go from zero to their dream. Like, it's just so inspiring. I mean, anything from, you know, starting a business, working on their house, you know, getting whatever they want in life. It is so encouraging. It's just like, sometimes, you know, you see people and you wish you would have something what they have, but you don't have to be jealous. If you see somebody and they have something that you want, instead of putting them down or telling them why they do not deserve it, how about seeing that as a sign and realizing that, oh my God, you know, I can do that too. I can do that too. Because if they would have something I don't want, I would not have all this excitement about it. So if I'm excited, if I'm having certain reactions in my body when I'm watching somebody, why don't I make that a plan and I will achieve that? Why not? Meanwhile, I'm running low on LaCroix. That's going to be an ASMR for sure. think the rain is over. Yeah, the cultures are very similar, but I think our Russian Ukrainian one is probably the worst. Why is it worse? Because communism was longer in our cultures and it was more prevalent. I'm just saying how it is. Oh my god, it's so hot. I'll open the door. I'm sure this kid gonna be right here in a second. Another ASMR sound. You know, it's really interesting. You know, when I was little, also, you know, in those post-USSR times, I was home alone when I was 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just learned how to entertain myself. It's actually a really good skill. So now, at where I am at, I'm never bored. It's really weird. In fact, sometimes you feel more bored with people you don't have much in common, or with people who are not sincere, or with people who are on their phones while you're meeting them, than when you are on your own. So you have to surround yourself with people who bring the best in you. It really takes no courage. It takes no courage to tear somebody down or be in a bad mood. But it takes a lot of courage to be inspired and excited and keep going despite of the things that life brings, despite of the losses and tragedies, and you know, developing resilience and staying inspired is it's not that easy as be a Debbie Downer. Hey buddy,
Yeah, Mom.
are you okay?
I just want you to know this uniform came in a damn good wash.
All right,
Look at that.
all right, come here.
What's up?
Come here for a second.
You want a video?
Yeah, you want to say hi? It's all right, don't worry about it.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, here is a man working hard. What have you been doing?
Oh, we did forms. We did one steps. We did basics. We did some takedowns today again.
You did takedowns? Okay, because
Yeah.
you know we have a bunch that needs to be took down.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you look great.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, he's been doing taekwondo, by the way. Awesome. I was hoping you're gonna wait for me, but
Oh, I brought my bike, so.
okay. All right, guys. It's my little hero doing his taekwondo and self-defense. He said my uniform needs a good wash. He was supposed to wait for me, but nope. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, he's doing amazing. Coming close to the black belt. And in fact, he's training for the black belt right now. And that's another thing, guys. Just one thing, last thing I want to say. You know, having consistency, having those habits that build your inner confidence. Not just, you know, when you show as if you're confident, or when you are good at verbal karate or verbal taekwondo, but when your confidence truly comes within, when, you know, for example, when you practice some skills, you know, in his case is martial arts, you know, dancing, you know, whatever else makes you feel on top of your game, and being consistent at it, not only you're not gonna react to people's stupidity, but also it's not going to bother you, because deep inside you take care of yourself, you build that confidence every day. It's you build that muscle, and you don't really care. You actually do not care. It just makes you laugh. Plus, you grow that confidence within. You know, we all learning tips and tricks sometimes, what to say, how to move, how to place ourselves in society, how to be more confident, how to respond to certain situations. But when you build that confidence from within, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. So they got black belt in the making. And it's not only physical. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words. Let me read some of your comments. I feel so bad because you've been writing some awesome comments. Yeah, stay away from Debbie and doggy downers. James is saying, I've worked with a Polish family who had escaped to a refugee camp to escape communism. They own their own company now. Those people I admire. Those people are to admire while others complain about their hard lives. Exactly. Exactly. I feel so cozy right now. And I don't have to drive. Yeah, as I said, all Slavic cultures are similar, but they have some of the small differences. Sounds, raindrops. Yeah, rain is finishing. Contacting people's significant other is creepy. That's a stalking behavior. Yeah, for me, if somebody would do that to me, I would block them. Because anything I need to know about the person I'm with, I'll figure out. Never listen to somebody you do not know that pretends to know more than you. That is just so awful. Thank you so much for the kind words, everybody. Yes, please do not forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will post Zoom link. I can't wait to see you all. It will be fun. Anthony, that applies to you as well. Come if you can. And those of you guys who joined on YouTube membership or Patreon membership, please come on so we can talk about. I want to hear from you. Almond Autumn asks about birthday present. To give somebody a birthday present, you need to really know who they are and what makes them tick. So, but I would say jewelry. Something valuable, something that will stay, something, some precious metals, jewelry. It's also our cultural thing that when you have a beautiful woman, you want to give her something timeless that will not fade with time. So it's a classic gift, but also you need to know her. You need to know her and understand her, what she wants, because it's not one size fits all. She probably will give you hints. Thank you. Oh my god, guys, thank you so much for the kind words. I'm scrolling through the comments. I see a lot of inspiring ASMR words. Thank you guys so much. So what do you all think about this? Before I close, what do you guys think? Event Horizon, I think I know you. He says, my vibe from Kiev is very secretive about any success because the jealousy is off the scale. Success is not celebrated but viewed with suspicion and cynicism. Yes. And once again, she probably have friends that are angels that are happy for her. Guys, I do this, I make this channel. So once in a while, I've been working on this channel. So once in a while, some of you guys are reaching out and you tell me exciting news, like you getting engaged, or, you are traveling, or you are in Ukraine, or you moved to Ukraine to retire, or you just got inspired. Sometimes I'm getting messages from people who are not even into this, but, you got inspired to do something. And, it's like the best comment in the world when somebody writes you back and tell you something inspiring. That's like just makes you not just your day but your entire life. So So I'm sure that Event Horizon, I'm sure that she shares with a few, but she just does not want to become a target for people, for the negative energy and jealousy. And she keeps your success or things that she achieve in private. She doesn't boast about them, and she just protects you. So I hope you understand that she also protects your happiness, your joy, because she just wants to have that private. Thank you for coming to America and finding the right man. Thank you for him being good to you too. Thank you so much, J Productions. You are really sweet. Thank you. Yes, I'm really, I'm really glad that I wasn't, you know, doubting and overthinking it. And, a lot of great things happened. A lot of teachable moments had happened. And I believe through all of this, these experiences needed to be lived. The problem right now, a lot of people are living vicariously through the other people, and they do not have those things they want to have. They have imaginary things because they living through other people who maybe, have millions, or, I don't know, sleeping with the models or actresses. So they think as if they are in their place. And then they look at you and you just have normal life, normal car, a good child or a good husband or a good family, or maybe you're running your business, you enjoying your life. They look at you and like, what have you achieved? On Instagram, the person I'm following have millions. What? You have 10,000, you make $10,000, so you have 10,000 subscribers, or that's all you got? You're a loser. So people actually do not achieve anything themselves, living vicariously through somebody else, and then they say, oh well, I feel so sorry for you. Oh, thank you so much for super chats, guys. Let me read. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, Anthony just says thank you for your support. Thank you for that nice super chat and for your support. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, 7 p.m. Eastern time, not California time. So it would be 4 o'clock if you can. If you can't, I will have another Zoom sometime, but not sure exactly when. We should have it at least once a month. At least once a month, so we can all blab, and you guys don't have to stay through the whole thing. You come, you stay for a while, you enjoy it, you can keep, because I know some people have families, you got responsibilities, so you come, it's like a party. You stop by, you say hello, you're welcome to stay entire time, or you're welcome to check out at any times that you need to. So that would be a lot of fun to see you all. So come if you can. Yes, too many are trying to fake it, and then they judging you on what they think they have, but they actually don't have it. Yes, I know. I think I have another super chat. Thank you guys so much. You're so sweet. I hope the humidity where you are is not as bad as Indiana. It's pretty bad. You can see my face is shining. Shine bright, shine bright. But it's okay. Humidity is actually pretty bad. It feels like Florida. But in Florida it feels better somehow. I don't like it. I'm not gonna complain. It's still nice, and the miracle of air conditioner at home. The jealousy is so bad, my Russian teacher had to delete her Instagram after posting pictures of multiple vacation. Frank. Oh, Frank, hi. I think you reached out to me some time ago. I hope that you got her a lovely gift, or whatever else, you were trying to do. But yes, the person had deleted her entire Instagram because of the negative words. And think about that. Of course, I'm not, guys, once again, this happens on the internet, and I'm not saying that all people are like that. But in the Russian and Ukrainian culture, what I'm trying to say, it happens in a real life every day. When you have circles, even if it's a family circle, even if it's a friend circle, you always get compared. You always, like, I remember, I'm not going to repeat these things, but I remember, being a little girl and growing up and being excited about things. People would tell me things that would cripple me. You know how when you're just a young child, you're running around, you're excited. As I said, if you're so excited about everything, and then you have an auntie, that tells you something, oh, you will never be this, you will never become that. And then, by the time you're a teenager, you're basically ready to suicide. But if, God forbid, once again, you have a courage to do something in public, especially if people see that others appreciate you, without their approval or permission. If other people appreciate you without their approval or permission, they're gonna show everything they possess inside of them, and that is not pretty. The good news, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that we have now, a lot of people are evolving past that. A lot of people who grew up in this, they are kind of looking at this and wondering if that's really working for them. Also, a lot of people in younger generations, they do not look up to this kind of stuff. They also believe in encouraging people rather than tearing them down. We are so lucky because we have so many inspirational channels, we have so many inspirational books, leaders, so many things. So if you are in that situation when you feel turned down, you don't even have to have money to have help, because you can find a lot of free good quality ideas, advice, inspiration, and so on and so forth. We live in an amazing time. So if you feel suppressed, if you don't have anybody who supports you, you can literally get on Google right now after you finish this video, find whatever issue you are dealing with and struggling with, put it in a search in any language, and it will come out, and you will see most likely a heartfelt person among, with different, all kinds of topics on to answer for your to have an answer to your problem. Isn't that incredible? Of course, when I was growing up, we didn't have all of that. We didn't have all this internet stuff. I mean, this only started, well, when I was, in my 20s and so forth. Of course, we had internet and all, but it wasn't as popular. It wasn't as much information. And right now, people making careers of helping others, people making incredible living, and they fully deserve it because they help hundreds and thousands of people, sometimes millions. So trolls, you have no chance. And once again, guys, I'm sharing those downsides and dark sides because even the sun has dark side. And we sometimes have to forgive people for their attitude, because if they would be living in their bliss, they would not be sitting in your comment section or calling their friends about you or putting you down for wanting a better life. So sometimes you just really understand that hurt people, the only thing they have is pain. And that's the only thing that they can share with you, because that's the only thing that they truly have. Somebody said that a person is like a pitcher with whatever liquid. If you have, let's say, juice, orange juice in your pitcher, when you're gonna be pouring it, it's gonna be only orange juice. It's not gonna be nothing else. So whatever is pouring out of people, it's what they have inside of them, and sometimes it's pain. So we need to have our protection from those people who do not know anything about us and yet feel like attacking us. Yeah, like right at this very moment, for example. You know, somebody does it. So my dear friends, I wanted to wish you a wonderful evening. I know if you're watching this channel, you will never be the one who is ever, never, ever tearing anybody down. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you for spending this lovely rainy evening with me. I appreciate it. I love, oh my gosh, I just love rain. You know, a lot of people hate rain. I love rain. Especially in summer. Especially like thunderstorm. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Improbable. Thank you so much for your kind words. And James Locke, that definitely destroys your self-confidence and mentality, especially for a child. Yes. Oh my goodness. Especially for a child. Yes. So let's do what we can instead of focusing on blaming society. When we going out, when we go into the stores, when we see things on the internet, when we see somebody is trying, they are not perfect, but they are trying and they are learning something, let's find those good and kind things. Before we about to open our mouths and criticize, let's think whatever we about to say is going to make for that person. How's it going to feel? Is it really important? Is it really useful? And do they really need to hear that? Let's start change with us. With that being said, my dear friends, I want to wish you a wonderful night, and I will see you very soon. And some of you I'll see tomorrow on Zoom. Bye.